Gamers, one and all. Who's the gamerest of them all? It's your pal Day 9. I'm going to be drafting today some SNC constructed. And what we're really going to be trying to do is winning with some kind of straightforward gameplay today. I really strongly feel like this set, this format, is a 2-drop format. Whenever you draw your first card during each of your draw steps, draw a card. Then if you have 9 or more cards in your hand, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. Okay, so this is obviously not a 2-drop, but I'm going to actually mark this and explain a little bit about what I mean. Like, if you just look at this entire pack, there's no 2-drop cards except for this one. And the 2-drops wind up being pretty strong, but the more expensive ones, the 3 and 4 drops, don't exactly feel like these walls that suddenly halt the aggression of 2-drops. They feel like things that kind of enhance and build upon some solid 2-mana creatures. I think a great example is, some of these that if the board stalls, or things that can like give +1/+1 counters. Oh, it's my favorite. It's a Duskmangler. There's a lot of cards like Rafine's Informant that can be a 3/2 for 2. You have a lot of these dual color 2-drops like Jetmir's Fixer that can not just grow temporarily, but if you spend treasure, it can be permanent. And because you have a lot of 3/3s that cost 2 in a lot of different ways, or that have 3 power, like this Rafine's Informant, it's really important that you have enough 2-drops to match yourself. We're going to go ahead and pick Duskmangler because I think it's an absolutely spectacular card. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It costs 7, which is crazy, 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 crazy good. But, I mean, a lot of the more pricey cards, like the 3 and 4 drops, Maestro's Initiate is a 3/1. Not going to be super killer. Very, very fragile. Dies to a lot of things. Kormala, Glamour Thief, really strong card, but it's a 2/4. It's not going to be picking off a lot of the 3 toughness things that plop on down. And a lot of the removal is 3 or more. Wow. A lot of the removal is 3 or more. And even the things like Light 'em Up can't pick off some of the more threatening 2-drops that I've just been talking about. But we're getting some good stuff. We're getting some good stuff. We're getting Nightclubber, great for sweeping a lot of things. We have Wire Tapping, which is clearly good as the game goes on late, right? Whenever you draw a card, draw a card. It's basically what your turn start feels like. Fairy Vandal is also a pretty spectacular card. It's a flash flyer. When you draw more cards, put a +1/+1 counter on Fairy Vandal. Well, guess what? Connive boosts this. Nightclubber, in my eyes, though, actually, do I want the Fairy Vandal? No, I want the Nightclubber. Nightclubber is just premium. So good. I mean, I think it's close with Wiretapping and the Fairy Vandal. I mean, it's super, super broken good. Maybe I actually do want to get this. You know, let's get the Fairy Vandal. Let's not get our usual. I mean, I just spent all this effort talking about how good the 2-drops are, huh? Riveteer, Swamp, Mountain, or Forest. Alright, so we don't necessarily know what colors we are, but Slip Out the Back is actually a pretty strong card. It's 1 mana, very good to negate a removal, phase out a creature, or if you block with a creature and they combat trick theirs, you can phase yours out. I think Rooftop Nuisance is also quite excellent. I don't see anything here that screams to me. Mr. Orphan, the Boulder. It's going to be Orfeo. I think Make Disappear is premium. So good. So I'm feeling quite confident that we are in the blue pieces. Gathering Throng is okay if you can get 3 of them, I think. But even with this great late-game card, I still think that the right way to play this format is to pull way low. Pull way low. There's an Obscura Charm, which is all right, but there's also a Rafine's Informant. I think Rafine's Informant is just a spectacular card. And the fact that I'm seeing it pack 6 feels like a good indicator to me that this is probably something that we want to think about. We're not getting that much good black here. Obscura Charm is quite good. but I'm on the 2-drop camp. All right. Majestic Metamorphosis is one of these, I think, premium blue aggressive cards. It allows you to kill a creature. It redraws itself. I think this card's good, but really I want to be focusing on the 2-drop spot. Also draws a card, works well with the Fairy Vandal. I think blue appears to be pretty comfortably open. What else do we see here? Well, there's a Crooked Custodian. I would not mind going blue-black. A lot of the good blue-black 2-drop, or the blue-black 2-drop, the Snooping Newsy, is not something that I expect people will just splash for. So if we can pick up a couple of those, that'll be great. And we might not actually wind up with the Rafine's Informant. I'm not too super concerned about passing a Rooftop Nuisance. Hey, Tavern Swindler, whoa. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this one, because I think that, again, having a lot of 2-drops is disproportionately good. Oh yeah, Security Bypass. Whenever this deals damage to combat damage, it connives. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I am absolutely certain we can pick up later, because it's one of these cards that is really good for the blue player and not very good otherwise. Which one do we want here? I think I want the more aggressive one. The one that is able to deal a little bit more damage and redraw. I've not been a fan of the Psionic Snoop. Well, it might actually... I'm actually going to pick it up because of the Fairy Vandal. I keep forgetting that that the Connivery is quite good. I might actually get the Rafine's Guidance, because I'm not... I mean, this card I'm never going to run. I hate this card. This card's alright, but I'm not sure if I'm white between these two. I think having a single Rafine's Guidance is pretty good. Hey, look, there's a Rooftop Nuisance. Maybe another one even. An offer you can't refuse. Yeah, blue is open. Alright, so we're pretty sick. A little chat. Here's another Rafine's Informant. You know, Crooked Custodian and Tavern Swindler, I'm cool on passing on. I think that the Rafine's Informant, I think, is unbelievable, especially with a Fairy Vandal. A little chat's fine. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get Rafine's Informant. There's Citizen's Crowbar. I mean, Citizen's Crowbar is pretty terrific. There's a Graveyard Shift, which many of you know my love affair with Dusk Manglers and Graveyard Shifts, but I actually think we're white. I think we're going to be blue-white instead of black-white. If I can pick up a third Rafine's Informant, I'll be over the moon. Citizen's Crowbar is terrific. It's just great. There's a lot of these kind of mediocre 2-mana flyers that can get really scary over time. Probably going to pull this and pull this. I mean, probably not running the Dusk Mangler. This is probably a fine collection of things as is. Public Enemy, make disappear. Boon of Safety. Probably just make disappear. We're looking kind of like an aggro blue-white list. I really love make disappear. Yeah, seems good. All right. Interesting. Interesting. I think many of you know I like Girder Goons, but I mean, I think Citizen's Crowbar and the Rafine Informant are actually good enough to just stick to this. This is going to wheel 100%. I think the question is between Revelation of Power and the creature. I think we just get the creature, right? I actually kind of need more creatures in here. There's the Sky Crier. This is a very, very good one for exactly this kind of list. There's a lot of things that can buff it. Rafine's Guidance, the Citizen's Crowbar. This is what I mean by these kind of like meh 2-drop flyers that seem very, very nice. Run Out of Town. I'll go ahead and get the Run Out of Town. There's nothing else here that I'm really excited about. There's the Backstreet Bruiser. This is actually, I think, going to be acceptable enough because we actually have a lot of ways to put counters on things with our Connivery. and can wind up being quite good. This doesn't feel that amazing. I'm just going to tuck it. Arc Splitter, maybe? Two of these might actually be okay. Might actually be okay. I'm not amazing. We're not ultra happy with this. We have 8 creatures. We'll probably need to get this to 13, 14 minimum. Technically, this one's not here. Valorant says, what happened to the crazy 5-color, Sean? He's dead. Oh, I can't believe Body Dropper's there. That card's incredible. I think perhaps the black was more open than I had anticipated. Alright, I might actually run the Quick Draw Dagger. Put it here for now. Well, there's Depopulate. I mean, I think I do take this, even though it's just really not that good for us. Do I actually still want to run this if we have this one? I think I actually still do take this. I'm gonna hope that Skybridge Tower comes all the way back around again. Alright. Citizen's Crowbar is another very strong one for us. This is exactly the kind of thing we're looking for. Citizen's Crowbar with a couple of flyers. Hey! Some Stone Cold Nut stuff. Oh, whoops. I was gonna mark it and then talk about it, but I think Metropolis Angel is the clear pick here. So this says we have 8 creatures, but I forgot the crowbars don't show up as creatures. Alright, perfect. Sleep with the Fishes. Super perfect card for us. We would love the Expendable Lackey to come on back because, you know, the Fishes with Rafine's Guidance, things like this are very good. We have a number of cuts we can make. But I think I'm feeling pretty good. Especially with some of these. I still think Majestic Metamorphosis is better than the Ballroom Brawlers. I'd be content if this was the only 5-drop card that we had. Ten creatures? Fuck. Maybe we actually do need this. I think I actually do need to get the Ballroom Brawlers. I think we're just too low on creatures. There's a Skycrier. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I don't know if I should run this. I'm gonna get it just to make sure I have enough creatures. Holy shit, exotic pets. Exotic pets. I'd also love a backup agent. I think that's some good stuff. Man, I was like super correct about this. Yes, make disappear. Let's see. I'm probably going to cut one of these. Two Snoops. Sonic Snoops are not actually very good. Expendable Lackey is one I'm going to want to run. Alright. Run out of town. Alright, so I think that we have some strong beaters. Let's go ahead and look at our search. Teaker. Alright, so technically these are up here, right? So this says 13 creatures. With these citizens crowbars, it's 15. Exotic pets is 16. Sleep with the fishies is 17. I think we're going to need to make some cuts. Counterspell department, cut this, cut this. This is going to sound crazy, but do I cut the depopulate? So again, it says 12 creatures, but here is 13, 14, 15, 16. How many creatures is a good number? If you are maybe some sort of weird Izzety spell deck, like 13, 14, I'd probably go with 13, 14 for one of those. If you're like a Selesnya creature-driven list, I want 17 or 18. Something in the middle, like 15, 16 seems solid. I think I actually want to cut offer you can't refuse. It's been okay. Maybe I actually do want to keep this. Broker's Initiate is okay. A lot of good 2-droppers. $16. I think I'm running this. I kind of want to put in more Make Disappears. I really like Make Disappear a lot. You know what? I'm going to cut this and put in the Make Disappear. 3 feels a little extreme to me. 9/8's fine. Alright. 2-drop city, baby. Alright, let's open them up. Start your predictions. Did you get a Rooftop Nuisance? I did. I don't know what I would cut to put this in, because I want all these 2-mana things. Potentially cut the Psionic Snoop and put in a Rooftop Nuisance. Potentially, but... The thing is that we already have a crap ton of evasion. I'm going to leave this as is, and we're going to see. We are going to see. Good. I mean, don't forget with Connive, we can always chuck the Depopulate. McIntyre says, 5-cost wiretapping seems bad and low to the ground 2-drop aggro. I wouldn't necessarily think of it from that angle at all. Because the fact is, okay, what is interesting here? What's interesting about this format? Well, like, you need a lot of 2-drops, because frankly, there's just not a lot of other ways to do anything. You need 2-drops to stabilize. So if you have a more aggressive bent early on, you can often get in, like, 8 to 12 points of damage early on. But then boards do stall out. And a big question in the format is, what do you do about a board that's stalling out? What do you do? And wiretapping is a spectacular answer to that. Can we bet? Oakland Pandis should be up right now. Just because you have a lot of 2-drops in this format doesn't mean that you're trying to end the game by turn 5. The way that Wizards has, it felt like, dealt with stuff as of late. I think I'm actually just going to chill here. Because I can slip out the back and depopulate. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the way that aggro has kind of changed over the years is, like, I remember back when, like, Mentor was a mechanic. Man, you would really be trying to kill someone in, like, a couple of turns. You would just be going to town. Smashing, 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 smashing. And by turn 5, you could just end. The way that these games tend to work now is that aggro lists have ways to deal damage for a few turns. And then they have this ever-present pressure. And there's things that slowly build up over time. So, for instance, there was the, there's cards that's like, pay a bunch of mana in order to make a certain creature get +X till end of turn. Or, excuse me, a +1/+1 counter. So you'd be like spending like 6 mana to give a counter to something. And that would be slowly building up, right? That's the way that your aggro list could actually start piling on the pain. And so, like, for instance, all right. Let me see what happens when I do this. Great. So spend 2 cards to kill 3 cards, but then I'll get to redraw and swing with a 4/3. So it seems slightly short-term card inefficient, but I think it's actually going to be okay. I don't want the Broker's Initiate, the expendable lack. So, I mean, Metropolis Angel is a great example of a card that's doing exactly what I was talking about. It lets me... Oh, that's gross. So do we want, yeah, I think we do want the expendable lack. Yeah, great. Great. This. Oh, shit. Having a 3/1 flyer, like, again, this is a great example of a, hey, what if my aggro board has stalled a little bit? What lets me slowly begin building things up? So I've increasingly been viewing this format as you kind of build yourself a stable little base underneath everything, with 2 and 3 drops, and then you start to leverage this and have some sort of advantage builder at 4 and 5 and so on. It appears I am about to be prize fought. What up, Panzerbjorn? Jewel Thief. Alright, great. Alright. Excuse me, sweetheart. Start doing 5. I think that's alright. See, at this point in time, this is where I would be super thrilled to be up against someone. Ouch, ooch, ouch. This is where I'd be super thrilled to be up against someone who, or be thrilled to draw my peel a card every turn kind of card. Witness protection, whatever it is. Not entirely sure my Rafine's Guidance slip out the back play was good. But, you know, that's what we're doing. Ow, Sheriff. Fuck. And now, the expendable lackey turning into a little fishy is going to be very, very nice for us. Alright, Sheriff, just chill out. Yep, sit in the lap. Hello. 8 lands and 2 colors? What is this channel? I know, Cabbage Dealer. I know. Here, Sheriff, if you want to sit in the lap, we've actually provided newly refurbished premium luxury laps that you can lie down in here. AKA I've crossed my legs. She likes it when I cross my legs, and she can kind of sit in the little nest spot. Especially if you put a blanket there. Oh. She's digging in hard to me, though. She's going to town. You can see her. She's making that bread. She's making it. Make that bread. I'm unsure what's happening to Jandalin. Okay. Mamma mia. Well, I do need to kill this thing, huh? Probably do. Probably plausibly. Then I can bring this fucker back. Lobster Shrubs has always been jealous of your cat's cuddly natures. My cat just chills nearby. My cats were not always cuddly. They've grown cuddly over time. We never force them to do anything they don't want to do. Because they're our little babies. So we have a couple of connivers here. Tom Christ says, if 2 cost 3 power creatures are a big thing, would Broker's Initiate as a 1 cost 4 toughness block be valuable? Oh, what is this card?
Ooh, concrete jungle. Sounds like my kind of place.
Holy shit, we're gonna lose. We're as dead can be.
I brought some muscle along.
Yeah, you did. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, the card example you provided, in a literal sense, yes, it does block those. Well, that was a turn too late. I mean, I'm literally just going to concede. Here. I mean, it can literally block, but, like, then what? What if your opponent does 1 combat trick? Well, you can't really do much with a 0/4. Typically, blockers that just keep you alive and do nothing else are pretty mediocre. I even think the Broker's Initiate might even be weak enough that we should cut it. Actually, I might even just do that. I might even just replace it with a Psionic Snoop. Another Snoop Dadu. You know what? I'm keeping this shit. I'm going. We had this last time. I think it's gonna work. Because if we draw a blue mana... Oh, that would have been so sick. I think I just needed to wait a turn on the Raffine's, or on the depopulate. I think that was the error. I think we just need to be more cool with boards stalling, and then if we fall behind, we can depopulate, but... Holy shit. This is good. We actually look like someone who screwed on mana. And that's good news, because we're someone who screwed on mana. Oh, shit. Alright. I mean, it feels like if this were a creature, I think this would actually help. Like this has not been the most impressive card for us. I think I might actually cut the depopulate. As crazy as that sounds. As crazy as that is. As fucking like literally mind-blowingly insane as that might be. Scheming Fencer. Alright, so this can't be... I mean, that's fine. That's totally fine. This is actually going to turn out to be okay. Easy swap for Rooftop. I think you're right, Houdini. 24.93. Used to running so much 5-color jank, I see it depopulate, and I'm like, we can work with this. An Incandescent Aria. Oh, baby. Do I really care if my opponent uses a combat trick on my Broker's Initiate that's already shut down? Holy shit, fuck yeah. And he's gone. Like, I don't exactly know what the reasoning was here, but, I mean, this is the game. That's good shit. Oh, that's good shit. And now we can Majestic Metamorphosis the Celebrity Fencer and just get lethal. Great. This is the way this format has felt to me. I mean, I know we lost the first game, and I know Depopulate's been making me feel a little bit like, eh. Yeah, I mean, like, literally, put it on this, I Majestic Metamorphosis this, and then we win. This is why I think this card is, like, really good. If you can punch in with a little bit of damage, then your opponent's on the defensive, I mean, it's incredible. Fish Token can be the better target, right? Not with 1 mana open. There's literally nothing they can do about this. Now nothing can be blocked here. As opposed to if I put it on this, then these three would be unblockable. EGPG. Alright, let's see. I can't believe I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to cut the depopulate, man. Do we really only have one Majestic Metamorphosis? I think I will do this. Forgot to do Grant's Flying. Oh, of course, of course, of course. Of course is a horse, of course. Brain is mush. Your brain's not mush. You're fine. You're fucking fine, dude. Like, dude, it's this game. There's so much shit going on in this game. There's so much shit. Alright, now we can get our Sky Crier or Fiend's Guidance plan going. Let me tell you, poking in the air for buffed lifelink is just broken. It's so good, man. So we're gonna put it on this guy. Put this down. And then I can re-equip this on the Sky Crier and just slip out the back. That's great. My opponent's name is this supposed to be Chuck Norris? Here we go. Alright. Alright, I'm getting petted. Yeah, I mean, we literally might win the game just with the Sky Crier, man. Ooh, that's nasty. No blocks. I don't know what instant speed stuff could be this, except for exotic pets. So we have a 4/4 lifelinker in the air. Dude, I mean, I really think that, like, this is the best example of how I think about this game. How I think about this format. That this format is a ton of get early, 2 drops out, and just support them. I mean, look at this. I mean, literally my opponent is just chumping here. I mean, if there's some sort of sweeper, that's maybe the danger. But this really feels like the story of the format is if you can play some of these early 2-drop creatures and deal some damage, wait a little bit, then leverage higher cost cards to punch through, or you know, get like a flyer with some buffing on it. Alright. SCM's so dang, now I'm worried. Don't get too worried. It is me playing, after all. Okay, I think this is good enough to keep. Backstreet Bruiser can be some good defense on the ground. While Fairy Vandal gets big in the air, like you just don't care. I think this is maybe the right play here. Shut down the aggression. Sorcery speed, unfortunately. Alright, so now I'm pretty happy about this play. I'm not going to block the Brazen Upstart. Not yet, at least. I'm willing to take some damage. If I can get him to sleep with the fishies, it's going to be alright. Somewhat of a problem, but not the biggest problem. Wow, my opponent's not swinging. Nice. Go, Backstreet Bruiser. Alright, so... I'm just gonna play slow. Gonna play it slow. Like, there's some fight effects that can hurt a little bit. Some removal effects that can hurt a little bit. So that is... This is 15 damage, huh? I actually just go all the way down to 5. I'm gonna hit no attacks, because in case there's some removal or something. Amazing. Amazing news. Really good news. Happy, happy, joy, joy, etc., 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 etc. So, Fairy Vandal. Celebrity Fencer's gonna start getting big here, huh? That's some good shit. This guy can attack now. Lifelink is good here. There's not much they can do on the swing back. And I think that this is what I want to do in order to... Oh. Whoops. This thing has reach. I always mess that up. For one and always. Has reach. Well, now we're out of death range, which is good shit. Probably Rooftop Nuisance, sack into Backstreet. Boy. Draw 2 cards. Yep. Alright, draw 2. They didn't block, though. Weird. Well, it's because, you know... Remember, people are just as fucking shitty as I am in this game, so... Nice. This is some good damage coming through, and of course we can Skycrier to make this 3/3 1/1. Trample, lifelink, haste. Alright, so if this swings in, that's actually kind of funny. It's just massive lifelinks all around, man. Everyone's just going to be throwing haymakers of lifelink against each other. Alright. Alright, so I want this guy to draw a card, huh? This is the funniest fucking game, dude. We're both just gonna be doing like fucking lifelink haymakers, man. Hey, hooray, Drixes. I watched your reaction to yourself playing Amnesia yesterday. It made my day. Oh my god, is that not just the greatest video? I think Ed did just an absolute god tier job. Really? We're swinging with this? Alright. Bonk. I mean, that's an incredible draw. Attack with these, because these are unblockable. Attack with this and this. Give this one. First strike. Alright, so we kill one and then live. Unless there's a fight effect, but I think I'm actually okay with that. Because right now my opponent is dead. Alright. Great. Very well. See, I think that, like, the sort of flying lifelink or evasion lifelink game it just feels so good in this format. How did Mr. 9 get so many gems you just buy them? I've been drafting a lot. We've been having some good success. I mean, I always kind of have like 20 or 40, somewhere in that range. I mean, I certainly spend a good chunk of change in this game. Fearful Skills says, Sean played Satisfactory before. Will next week be his first time? Either way, I'm really excited. It's going to be my very first playing throughing. Very, very first. Very, very first. Ah. Goodness. Nice. Forgot about wiretapping. Will the noise be an issue? Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. I think, Ghosty, that, like, it seems like less of a, uh-oh, look out with regards to this update, and more of, like, a change of how they're rolling out patches. Spilled water all over myself. Oh my god. Oh my, horrible. Because basically the idea of Satisfactory's update change is that Satisfactory appears to be that it was, here's update 4, here's update 5, here's update 6, and each time they would drop an update and then do bug fixing, and then drop another update and do more bug fixing. And it seems like with a lot of their recent mechanics, they're saying, you know what, let's actually try to see if we can get more data, because we're not entirely sure about a mechanic or so on and so forth. So I think it seems very reasonable. I like to play pre-combat because you get that streamer pass-through equity. So technically this means that the update 6 I'm going to be playing on Mondays, or Tuesdays, not very... It's plausible that there will be some instability to it. I'm going to go ahead and swing. If my opponent thinks that this is a good block, they're mistaken. Because then I can bring it back at end of turn. Love Skycrier. Look at this art. This art is ridiculous. It's just a bird with a megaphone. And he's just like, caw-caw! Fucking screaming at the top of his bird lungs, man. Still probably will block something if there's a swing. It says update 6 is not very content heavy, but they're still trying to get to 1.0 release using this updated stepping testing sim. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense what they're trying to go for. Witty Roastmaster's starting to come on in. What's happening? Why that one? Okay. What? Oh, you can only activate that as a sorcery. Alright. Very well. I think I'm just doing this, man. So we're going to be taking a lot of damage in a moment. This is going to start getting bigger. So we're probably going to go down to 9 here, which I think is okay. Ballroom Brawlers. Lifelinking with Fairy Vandal is going to be very strong. Yeah, if you have 9 or more cards in hand, you may play the exiled card. Yeah, I just don't want to. Don't want any of my good shit in. Oh, that is like literally the only thing that absolutely might just end our lives immediately. Holy crap! Oh my god! Oh my god! All right, yeah, Fleetfoot Dancer. I was not expecting. Oh my god! Really? Holy shit! Okay, all right, my bad. I was wrong. I was wrong. This was not the play. Holy shit. Oh my god. See, the situations like this make me feel like taking out the Wrath was a mistake. Well, here's the way to do the analysis of that. What card did we replace the Wrath with? We replaced the card with the one that's 3 mana that taps a dude. Would that have saved us here? The answer is no. Therefore, that's not what the solution is going to be. Unfortunately. So whenever you look at a board, or whenever you're considering replacing, oh wow, Jesus. Yeah, this is just death. Yeah, whenever you do a card replacement, you can say, was this a good replacement, by asking if you would have drawn the other one. So let's pop this puppy open. So, again, with Rooftop Nuisance, this card is what we replaced. Did we draw it? No. So if we kept this in instead of this, if we had not done this swap, nothing would have changed. So in other words, that particular game would have been unchanged by our sideboarding plan. This is barely okay. I think I really needed to be a little bit more patient with my drawing card. Fleetfoot Dancer is like literally the exact card that just owns the shit out of us. Like my opponent do suddenly 6 more damage than I anticipated. Fearful Skulls, do you have any plans on revisiting Total War Warhammer 3 when Immortal Empires releases? You know, the kind of situation that I'm currently in is one where, like, dude, I am so ridiculously disoriented from having played Elden Ring for 3 months. Like, holy shit, have I played a lot of Elden Ring, man. And now that Elden Ring is done, I'm just sort of like, oh, what now? Like, I really, and then, Jesus. 2 weeks from today, I am going to be leaving town. Taking a week off. So I'm kind of going to be filling, next week is going to be a lot of Satisfactory. Maybe the week after will be a little bit more Satisfactory. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing. Really? Really, you want to attack me? No, that's great. Yeah, then I'm going to swing right back. What am I talking about? Yeah, so. Perfect. Most certainly going to tuck a land. And I actually do want to play this. I want to play it like that because we're drawing 2 cards a turn. So I don't want to keep a land back for bluffing because I'm going to be drawing 2 a turn, not 1 a turn. Civil Servant. Lockholz says, nice man, hopefully it's not a working vacation. You work too hard. I really do. I really work an insanely, alarmingly large amount of time. Sure. So just healing for 6. Alright. Just gonna chill for a little bit. I think we're okay. Sure. This is a really good opportunity to exchange this away. Okay. We have a lot of flyers, so we're just looking for one of those flyers, and then we'll just begin to swamp in. Okay, yeah, drawing 2 cards a turn is, I mean, that's going to be pretty gross. Right? So we win, right? Okay, well, I guess we need to draw one more land. This would be a 5/5 in the air. Then I can actually equip everything onto that. Yeah. So if I Citizen's Crowbar this for 2, Citizen's Crowbar this for 2, and then do this for 3. Should be 7, right? So let me get this right. So this would be a 5/5. This would make it a 6/6. This would make it a 6/6. Anything I reach here. Okay, Majestic Metamorphosis. You have flying now. Hooray. Why is this 6/6 and not 5/5? What am I doing wrong? Nice. Alright, I feel powerful. Alright, 4 and 2. Feels good. Paying for my stuff back. Oh, that's right. It has Rafine's Guidance and a counter. Yeah, my brain melted them into the same thing. Melted them into the same thing. Yeah, I really got to do some aggressive reconfiguration of the next few weakeronies. Dude, I will say, I think my favorite thing in this entire format is buffing Skycriers. It's just the greatest. Body Dropper is a huge threat, man. I mean, Body Dropper is really scary. Okay. So nothing played means that I should probably focus on Make Disappearing first. That's good stuff. I want to leave Slip out the backup. Because, like, I have nothing but land, so I don't really have anything to do. That's fine. Alright, I think this is fine. Dude, buffed Skycriers feel amazing. They just feel incredible. They feel incredible. Seems like we have a bland game on our hands. Dude, I just think this card is awesome. Sure. This is what makes Body Dropper, I think, just an exceptional card. Is when this sort of thing happens, where you have a Blitz card. I'll go ahead and have you draw a card. Nice. When that gets sacrificed due to the blitzing, Body Dropper gets a pip put on it. Broker's Initiate is good here. I mean, I really swear to God, I don't know why I was trying to leave up the white mana. We're never going to get to 9 cards, and that's alright. Probably won't even block. Body Dropper, okay. Nice. Really nice. Yes. Good, 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 good. Really, really nice. Hey, what up, Ed? So this can get sacrificed to get buffed, and this will get buffed as well. So I don't want to block and lose the Broker's Initiate. So this... There we go. Do some sacrificing. Do some tapping down of stuff. Dude, this Skycrier is just gonna, like, win the video game for us. This guy rules. Oh my god, that's a lot of body droppers, man. Holy shit. Skycrier might get picked off here. It's alright. Picking off McCryer. Picking off McCryer. It's okay. Raffine's Guidance. Excuse me. Citizen's Crowbar. Yeah, wiretapping's good. Wiretapping's doing some good stuff for us. This is probably right. First Strike Menace. Corpse Appraiser's good card. Oh my fuck. Holy shit, that is really good. Holy shit, that is disgusting. Dude, Mem has 2 Forge Bosses and 3 Body Droppers? Man, that's pretty incredible. Man, this list is nuts. Corpse Appraiser, double Forge Boss, triple Body Dropper? Damn. No attacks. Okay. Nice. It's crying time. Okay. It's crying time. Because this says, whenever you sack a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Body Dropper. This guy can automatically sack itself. And whenever you sack, one or more creatures, it deals 2 damage, only triggers once a turn. So they can, like, end of turn trigger this. And they're not doing it. This is incredible. Zev says, has an interesting question. Is it possible to prevent sacrifice by phasing out a blitzed creature? I think so, yeah. Because this says sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So when it phases back in, it still has sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. It's still gonna proc. Should just like delay it a turn. Wouldn't prevent it forever. My opponent doesn't attack. I'm gonna be like, woo. I'm gonna be like, holy moly. Alright, Witty Roastmaster's good stuff. Well, it's a good thing that I have land in the list. This is as best as I can hope for. Oh, wait, shit, because he can block and sacrifice. Fuck. You really don't need to do that. You can just tap it, yeah. Ugh, fucked up. These are both gonna get Menace next turn. Ah, what am I doing? Sure, this player draws. See if we can get a 2-drop out of this. Hooray. Oh, I didn't get any lifelink out of that. I'm so dumb. Fuck. I think I got a little impatient by drawing all that land. Ah, well, it looks like we're going to go 4 and 3. We've drawn so many more cards than our opponent, but our opponent has some fucking disgusting cards in here, man. Holy shit, 4 body droppers. The god. The absolute god list. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, this is the most amazing deck I've ever seen. Fairy Vandal may very well save our ass, though. So you have to pay this and sacrifice to get the Menace. So he can't just, like, pop this. He actually has to get rid of something. I think Mem's got it. But we made a mistake last turn. Let's see if Mem makes a mistake this turn, you know. Hey, he's grand. Happy Friday, man. Thanks for the 10 gifteronies. Block Forge and Chump Body with Fairy. It depends on what they do. Because remember, these guys can get Menace. Now that these both have Menace, the best that we can do is double block one of these. Well, I mean, we're going to go 4 and 3. Where's my nothing feelers? Where's my nothing feelers? You successfully won. Oh my god. Oh my god, we went 4 and 3. Oh, the payoff is going to be incredible.